What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Segment Podcast. I'm back here in the studio in Bentonville, Arkansas, right at the top of Coler MTB Preserve. I have a great panel of guests for you all tonight. First of all, I have my co-host in the house, Miss MTBSheenQueen, Miss Kim Churchill. What's up, Kimmy?
Caw-caw!
Yo! Good to see you. Thank you for co-hosting this. Like, we have a star-studded panel right here. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. Sitting next to her, for the folks that are out there watching, we have Miss Porsche. Am I allowed to say Porsche right now, or is that too early?
No, say it.
Yeah, Miss Porsche.
Everyone's about to find out.
Yeah, right? And we're gonna find out about that. What's up, Heather Munive?
Everything is good. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's always good to see you. I know back home, it's hard for you and I to get a ride or grab lunch or anything.
I think every day I'm texting you for lunch.
Yeah.
Or a ride.
right.
Never happens.
One of us is on an airplane or somewhere
Yes.
else. But glad that we can connect here in Bentonville. It's good to see you.
Yeah, I see you at all the events.
I know.
And we live like right by each other.
Yeah, exactly. The only difference is she has a swarm of people around her that's like, Munive, Munive. And they're like, could you take our
You're
picture?
the same.
I'm the cameraman. I just take the picture. Like, yeah, hi, I'll take your picture. Good to see you. I can't wait to catch up with you and all the great things that you're doing.
Yep.
And next to you, we have the talented rider from like pump track to sender, Miss Madison Pitts in the house.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, Maddie, out of Colorado, which we love, and I can't wait to hear everything that's going on with you and Pivot. Pivot
Yep.
still?
Pivot, yep.
Yes, heck yeah. And you, I feel like, are the suey queen. Every time I
I
see
don't know
you jump
about
in.
Queen.
No?
but I tried them. I did one today.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, God, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Which trail and which jump, all that good stuff. Next to you is your fiance, Epic Shredder. Mr. Jarrod is in the house. What's up, Jarrod?
What up, guys? How's it going?
Yo, J-Dog. I love this guy. He's sick. Jarrod, and do you also ride for Pivot as well?
I do not officially, no.
Oh.
But,
you get
know.
the benefits of
Yeah,
that.
a little kickback.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And when we get started with the show, big shout out to the sponsors, Spy Optic, for this, and Mother Earth Brew Company. In fact, we're all cracking a beer right
Cheers,
now.
everybody.
Cheers. Clinkies.
Well,
A little bit of Cali Creamin' in the house. Oh, Kimmy,
I did not get a cheers.
here you go. Take
got-
this one.
It's bad luck to cheers empty.
Oh, no. Are you empty?
No, her. Oh, she's got nothing.
Oh, we're going to have to fix that. We will definitely
Yeah,
fix
yeah.
that.
Thanks. I'm feeling really welcome
Are
to
they in
this
the-
guest
Oh,
host.
dang. The co-host is dry. Low tide over there. You guys, what do you think so far of Bentonville? I know it's not your first rodeo with it, but this year, you know, there's some storms, but there's always new things going on. Group
Oh, yeah.
rides, all the stuff.
I
All right.
love, honestly, this place is just growing every single time we're here.
Yeah.
I love seeing like the family like everybody's got families here, and it's like so family friendly. Like
Yeah.
everywhere is bike friendly too. We don't touch a car for like 5 days while we're here, and that's.
Yes.
I mean, after driving 3 days to get here, I don't want to touch my car for 5 days.
Right?
So I love that, and like honestly, I see more and more people. Like this place is like this festival is getting a lot more people, and it's just the families. I love seeing how many little kids there are out there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
The guy we talked to yesterday, he moved here a year and a half ago, and I asked him, what brought you here?
Yeah.
Just straight up question, and he's like, it's a great place to raise a family. He's like, we ride everywhere. School system's good.
Wow.
We just love it. It's good. When we're here for the Bike Fest, I feel like it's like Pleasantville a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah,
It's a
right.
little fake, but he's like, that's how it is all the time.
Everybody's like,
Whoa.
The smiles on
Yeah.
everyone's faces.
Yeah.
It's just constant.
Yeah. I love that little path. I always forget the name of it. Kimmy, what's the name of the path that we take to get over to the hub?
So like pedal assist, Applegate.
Applegate
Yeah.
Pedal Assist,
Yeah.
the area that I always crash at. I should know this. That place
Crash.
is gnarly.
You crashed there?
I was just messing around. But that,
I may have like grabbed a fistful of brake when he was. next to
I was
me.
trying to race her in a section. I got a fistful of brake.
You got too close.
Do you live here?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Kimmy actually drove in. Kim, where'd you drive in from?
I came in from Metro Detroit.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
Detroit.
900 miles.
Excellent.
I split up the drive this time, so it wasn't as bad. But I have done it in one shot, and I don't recommend it.
Is there a lot of riding there?
No, unfortunately, not so much. We've got okay trails for, flat elevation.
Yeah.
We've
Sure.
got some fun stuff. Some people have put a lot of money into building some trails.
Excellent.
It's not really a destination.
Yeah.
But
Hey, I'm
it
from
keeps
Central
me busy.
Illinois. I know exactly
Yeah,
what you're talking about. Oh, yeah.
like they honestly they have done a lot with the limitations that
Sure.
we got. So
We rode
Excellent.
I have fun.
Copper Harbor.
I have back in like 2017.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a dropper post yet. I was like 100.
Yeah.
Like it was, and it had been raining. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of like wood
Wood,
feature
yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Oh man, we dropped in and dropped down
those are
immediately.
slick.
Like, we
Right.
went down hard.
Yeah.
It was
It's a
not
pretty cool area up
Yeah.
there. Like,
It's gorgeous
Beautiful.
up there. Marquette's really great too.
Yeah.
So all the riding it's in northern Michigan.
Yeah.
You got to just cross that bridge.
Yep.
Keep going up.
Is that the area that we were talking to another writer earlier? Her name is Maggie, and she was saying they're from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Is that the spot up
So
there?
yeah, they were
So-
talking about Copper Harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Ah.
drive up Wisconsin, pop
Up
on
and
over
get
to
over.
UP.
Up in the
Wow.
UP,
Up
yeah.
in-
So like,
Oh, wow.
not the hand, Michigan.
Yeah.
It's this
The
this,
hook?
Yeah.
This part. So it's like up here.
Oh, that is up there.
Like way up there.
Yeah.
That's
like
like-
Copper Harbor, you're like on, is it Lake Superior?
Yeah.
Up there? It's
Yeah.
like on the water.
Oh,
basically.
It's
dude,
beautiful.
Super cool.
That's gonna be beautiful. And that's what Rudy, Rocky, Techie.
Rudy, Rocky,
Yeah.
Techie,
All of the
Flowy,
above.
like it's
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I think we
All of
were
the
there in
above.
like 2010, so
Oh,
it's been a while.
yeah. It's,
Yeah, it
it's
was
fun.
Did you have a dropper?
No.
Yeah.
No. I raced downhill on a dirt jumper.
Yeah.
What? Jarrod, do tell.
Yeah. So Madison and I raced collegiate cycling. And that's kind of how we met. But
Yeah.
Same team, opposite teams.
same team.
Okay.
At first.
Yeah.
I thought
But
it was
we
a
came in for
competitive
dual
love.
slalom and four cross.
Uh-huh.
And that's the only bikes we really had at
Yeah.
the time. So
And we
yeah,
had to
were-
race downhill, and so everybody just raced what they brung, and so we were actually in Lake Tahoe at Nationals racing on a dirt jumper.
At
A
North Star.
hard-
North Star?
Oh.
At North Star.
Yes,
Yeah.
a
That-
hard
So it was a thing.
red
Like that's what
eight.
we did.
Crazy.
When
Yeah.
I tell you it took me a full 16 minutes to get down that run, it took me a full 16 minutes to get down that
Oh
run, but I
my
did not
God.
get last.
Hey.
What is like a norm? Like what's the time that you should have?
I don't know. I'm assuming
Like 6?
4. Yeah, I don't know, 4 to 6 minutes. I don't know what the actual time was.
Yeah.
You would have to go back and look that up. But
You
yeah,
didn't get last.
raced
That's
a
amazing.
hardtail, a dirt jumper. Yeah.
Wow. Did you have any suspension in the fork?
Yes.
100 mil.
Yeah.
Oh my God. North Star downhill.
Yeah.
Did they look at you weird at the starting gate? Were they like, what?
No, because back then,
They're like,
it-
dang, we're gonna win.
Yeah.
Take your time. Let me go first.
in collegiate, there's something called omnium. So, and you get points for your team. It's not really like it is an individual sport, but you're trying to get points for your team. So, everybody tries to race every event, and even if you do bad as a woman, you get some kind of points because there's not many women out there. So they just throw you in because if you get top 20, that's still points.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Do you think it's changed from
Yes.
then till now?
Yeah,
think so.
USAC
Yeah.
made rules that
Yeah.
they don't allow you. You have to have full suspension for downhill,
Okay.
and then they.
It was after Maddie raced.
Oh, it was, and then there
we
was,
want to go home.
Right.
Is she still on the course?
yeah, well, no, there was cross country riders doing it, and I beat them.
Yeah.
Dang, Maddie.
It's definitely changed since we were doing it because we got in right when collegiate BMX racing started going off. So it brought a lot of us BMX racers to the team. So we were all just like there having fun. And then I feel like it is
Yeah.
not as hyped as it was at one time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just
Yeah.
feels maybe because we're just
Yeah.
disconnected, right? But
Yeah.
but it definitely feels a little different now.
Yeah, that's how we got into mountain biking, though.
Really?
Yeah,
That
like, I-
transitioned you over.
Yeah, I had a dirt jumper, and I did all that, and then eventually, well, I didn't even have a mountain bike until I graduated. I would borrow bikes from people because I didn't have money to buy a multiple $1,000 bike, you know. So
Right.
yeah. And then USAC actually made it a rule that you weren't allowed to rent bikes
Mhm.
because there was too many people getting hurt.
Madison changed the every race.
Single-handedly.
Madison was changing the business.
After the Tahoe race where they raced hardtails,
They
then we
couldn't-
just rented bikes.
Yeah.
And that was bad because we
Yeah.
destroyed them.
Yeah,
But it
people
worked.
were crashing. And it was
Left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they decided not to let people rent bikes to
Yes.
get on.
Yes.
As a collegiate athlete,
Yeah.
Was there support by the school at all?
Oh, it was
Yeah.
full-blown
Full
factory. Scholarships.
Whoa.
You go to races.
What year was
everything's
this?
Paid for.
2010.
So I feel like this started like around that time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
and I was like,
it
"What?
blew up.
Yeah.
Seriously?"
Yeah.
We kind of rode the initial wave, definitely.
Oh, I bet that
It
was
was
2010. That makes sense. I graduated 11.
Yeah, we were going to eating steak dinners at night on a collegiate team. They were taking us to Rays as a training session.
Rays
nice.
Mountain
Oh,
Yeah.
Rays.
Rays.
Talk about
Right
Rays.
Love
Cleveland.
Love it.
That's the indoor one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
So good.
Yeah.
I haven't been, but it looks
I need
It's
super
cool.
fun.
We all should go.
We should
Yeah,
go.
So fun.
100%.
Heck yeah.
Ray's Women's Day next February.
When is that? Okay.
It'll be next
I think
February.
Carly usually does that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know Carly Young?
I do not.
She's usually
She's
a big part
awesome.
of the Women's Day stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Dude, we gotta go.
Is
Yeah.
that like bring a dirt jumper or can you bring a mountain bike? Doesn't matter.
Anything.
Anything
Anything.
goes.
Anything.
Yeah,
There's
anything
no
goes.
rules.
No rules.
There's no rules
I
until
bring-
Madison gets there.
Right. Yeah. I usually
No
bring a
boys
BMX
allowed
bike.
till the evening. Like
Oh.
they don't let you in. So
Sweet.
like,
It's after Madison they make the rules.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So after being a collegiate athlete and then you're done, you're in the world, you decided like I still want a piece of that joy, and that was mountain biking for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He bought me a mountain bike for my birthday.
Mhm.
Aw.
I came home from we were at a music festival in Fort Lauderdale. Came home, there was a mountain bike in the kitchen. He's like, "Happy birthday!" And then I told my mom. She's like, "Oh, it looks like you're not getting a ring then."
Better than a ring. 20 years later.
Look
Finally.
Where we are. Look where we are.
Yes.
Right?
Success leaves traces.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This took about 7 more years
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that more of Madison, you weren't ready, or Jarrod, you weren't ready, or was it just a thing that?
Dang, hard hitting questions.
Dang.
I know,
like this.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do this all the time to them.
You know, so we
Heather
so,
paid me under the table.
so we met in school, and after we both graduated, bought a home, had that for 3 years, and we were
Yeah.
just kind of, I don't know,
There's no
just
rush.
figuring out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, trying to do good in our careers and like work up, and
Yeah.
the goal was to get. So we bought a house in Illinois.
Together?
Together. Yeah. So we lived
Hey,
there for 3
before the
years.
ring. That's a commitment, girl.
Yeah. And then we
Oh,
finally,
Heather, you're so old-fashioned.
Yeah.
the Midwest lifestyle is
I
different.
thought Midwest is like
right?
old fashioned, you know,
Oh, it is.
traditional.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But we're different.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't put
Shade-
us in that
make-
bucket.
Yeah. We just decided we kind of want to move out west, and that's how the mountain bike came into play for her birthday, and we
Yep.
that same year moved out that year in August.
Yep.
That was 6+ years ago, and
Yeah.
and now we're engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, and living in a beautiful area. You guys are in Colorado now, right?
Yeah.
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 Yes, a
Just
lot of the
outside
footy.
Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of footy I see coming out of there, and especially when Heather goes out there, it
Yeah.
looks so beautiful.
So
I'm
good.
actually going right after this
Yeah.
trip.
Is that where you're heading to?
Yeah.
Where?
Going home with them. I'm driving back to Colorado.
Yeah.
And you drove the Sprinter van out here.
Yes.
Dang.
3 days.
How was it? Did you sleep in the van?
I slept in the van. I mean, the van's amazing. I'm really thankful I had it, but
Yes.
it was, I mean, I love this place, but the getting here was just a bit like there's nothing to do. There's nowhere to stop to ride. I did it like 2 years ago, and I came with Roger and another friend, and we
Yeah.
stopped in
Shout out to
Spider.
Kenda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Kenda. We stopped in like Spider Mountain. We did another trail. It was like Revel something out in Texas.
Okay.
But yeah, we broke it up, and it was a lot of fun. But this drive, I drove for like 10 hours, slept, woke up, drove for 10 hours, slept, and then did it 3 days. Like,
Yeah.
I was calling Maddie. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Right.
You were
was like
calling
this-
Maddie every hour.
Yeah, every and like
I'm so bored.
she would text me because she has my location, so she's like 10 more hours. Don't worry. Like,
We're sitting at the
could
bar
do
in
it.
Bentonville, like, wish you were here.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was crazy. I mean, I had a lot of time to think. And
Yeah.
my brain was just couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Was there anything that you thought through that you're like, oh, thank God that I had this time to think about it? Was there anything you were working on there
Yeah.
that you were allowed to share?
Well, I was gonna do this massive like tour on the West Coast after this. Like this was the beginning of it. And I kind of thought about it, and I think I'm just probably gonna go back to Colorado. I'll probably hit up a couple other places, but then I'm heading back home.
Yeah. We're gonna
Yeah.
go to Angel Fire.
Oh,
weekend.
yeah.
Nice.
I think, right?
Yeah, in fact.
Your friend, you introduced me today. I want to
Yes,
ride
Amanda
with her.
Hamilton's a friend of, yeah.
ride with.
Yeah, that's kind of their local bike park, isn't it,
Yeah,
Kim?
yeah, that's their stomping grounds.
Yeah.
and they stomp hard.
Oh,
They
gosh.
do, which would be great.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome for you guys to have a local with the lines.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, I mean, you guys learn so fast.
I'm
It's-
Have you ever
Angel
been there?
Fire.
Not yet.
Oh, you
I have to.
Let's
have to
get
get a card. Like when my skill level hits a certain point, then I get the green light card. But I haven't got there yet.
It's raw.
Angel Fire took us all out.
Okay.
All right, well,
Well,
you
all
guys.
is in you.
All right, no, it was like the first day of our 2-week trip.
Oh, yeah.
Which our other friend Justin, he blew up his bike.
Yeah.
My bike.
Or your bike,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
And then our AP broke her shoulder.
Oh,
She
shout out to
tore
AP.
Or tore her,
Yeah.
something crazy.
Shout out AP.
Whoa,
Yeah.
shout out AP.
And then I got stitches in my knee. It was so bad.
And
4
tore your-
days later, I couldn't. They had to pull the stitches out because we was on this 2-week trip. Just started day
Yeah.
1. Get like 8 stitches in my knee, and
Dang.
I tried to stay off for like 4 days, and then on the 5th day, they're like, "Come on, like stop being a baby." I had a whole. It was awful. My mom, she was just like, "Heather Sita, like why do you do this?" I had a hole in my knee for probably like 2 months.
And
Like,
you still have a hole in your
my
I mean, it's a bad
gosh.
scar. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so do tell the trail sniper. What did it get you guys on? Let's.
What
Well,
was
What
that?
was the trail sniper that took you all out? Where
It-
were you? What happened?
It was the
All different.
graveyard, I think,
Graveyard,
Okay.
for
boneyard.
boneyard or whatever
Well,
it's called.
mine was we were going down. We were following the boys. Madison and I were going behind them, and right when we dropped, there was 2 people like looking at the rock garden,
Okay.
and it was like
in the middle of the trail.
Oh,
middle
standing
of
in the.
Yeah.
oh,
yeah.
no.
So there was
Yeah.
no way, and it was
No.
one precise section that you had to go through that line. So we were
Yeah.
trying to follow
Yeah.
the boys, and these people were literally right there. So I went another way and blew up.
Damn.
I don't want to blame them, but yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was totally their fault.
Yeah. I mean, you
Yeah.
had to pick a
It
different
was
line.
bad. I got taken down. Like I had to wear those like oxygen mask thing
Oh
and everything.
no!
It was bad.
You were
Never
that
did
person.
that. Yeah.
Was
I
it like
wa-
one of those tractor trailer thingies that they tow you down on?
What
It
was
was like
it?
a gator.
A gator,
Yeah.
yeah.
Side by side.
Everyone's like, we're gonna have a great dough. Look
Yeah.
at that person.
And-
I feel bad.
You know what it is? And I fell so hard, but Maddie, you keep your composure. Like Madison does not show. I don't know if it's emotion. I don't want to like you show
Yeah.
emotion, but you weren't worried. I'm like, am I gonna be okay? Yeah, you're fine. Like, can you breathe? Like it was so like
Yeah, but you kept on passing out. So if I freak out, then that's not good
yeah
for
yeah.
you.
So I was
Yeah,
pretty
that's
bad.
Wow.
And Maddie, I guess, she said, let's call somebody. And that's when I was like, all right, let's call somebody. But you
Yeah.
kept your cool. And I
Yeah.
was like, dang, am I okay?
It's gotta be hard.
Yeah.
And then she's passing out. What were you thinking?
yeah, what were you thinking?
I don't know. I'm just like, all right, well, gotta call a medic and get her down the hill. you
Yeah,
know?
right.
So, but because they weren't answering their phones because they were dealing with Justin's wheel.
Oh, so on the same trail, Justin went down and blew up his.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Just going hard.
Going hard.
Yeah.
The wheel was like, I quit.
Yeah. And then AP right after that or right before that
Oh
we were
my
all
gosh.
riding.
Well, Madison and I were hitting a jump, and AP was like, can we do it? And I just met AP that day. And I'm like, Madison, this is on you. Like, you know her. You know her riding skills a little better. Like, can she do it? And she was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I think she's got it. And I'm like, all right, girl, this is on you. Like, I'm like, AP, I think you got it. She goes, like, yeah, she was looking to Maddie to see. And I mean, you did. We told her what to do,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
just
She
one
just
of those
didn't do what we told her
And the
to
jump,
do.
for, the jump for context is like a road gap.
Yeah,
it's big.
Of some sort.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah. And it's on the bottom of World Cup, I believe,
Yeah.
at Angel Fire. So if
Yeah.
anybody's been there, they know
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Oh, it's
But
a proper little.
she came up a little short and just bounced.
Oh.
And down she went.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
By the way, if
dang.
you ever see AP, she's gonna hate me for this, but you should totally ask her to see the video of when
Oh,
she was
man.
a young child.
She's gonna
Yeah.
be so
You
mad.
don't have it?
We don't have it. She doesn't share it out.
No.
She was a young child, and then what?
And trying to get over a log.
Okay.
She used to be an XC racer.
Yeah.
Cross country,
It
so-
should be on Funniest Home Video.
Oh my god. Her dad was trying to
What
make
did
her
she
learn how
do?
to bunny hop over like a log.
And she just missed, and her front wheel didn't even get on top of it. It just hit into it, and she flipped
Just
over.
straight over.
And it
Oh,
was
no.
it's the best video, and
Oh my gosh.
she hates it that we know about that video.
It's
Hey.
so funny that nobody has it. Like,
Justin
how do we
does.
not have it?
Justin like screenshot like he like.
She's very
videoed
precise
her
with it. She
playing
won't let anybody have it.
No, she knows.
Yeah.
She knows it'll blow up as soon as she shares it.
AP, we're talking about you. Listen to this coming out of your car stereo. This is all out of love.
She's really good. She's a good rider, though.
Yeah,
she's
is.
good in technical
Yeah.
and climbing, all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's good.
She's a solid rider. Now, what she does something for the Olympics, or did work with the Olympics, or something like that.
USA
She works
Cycling.
for USA Cycling, so
Okay.
she travels around with all the teams. I don't know
She's like
exactly.
their PR.
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
yeah. She just like travels with all the athletes.
All their
Jeez.
media stuff and
Gets
things
to
like
go to
that.
the
She
Olympics.
goes-
Wow.
so-
All right,
Yeah,
she's
it's-
baddie.
It's super cool.
Yeah, she's
Boss girl.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Super cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We love
So-
AP. We wish she was
Yeah.
here.
I know. I hadn't seen AP in a while. AP is one of their friends, and you see in the crew whenever we go to these bike fests. And she's so bubbly and
Angelina.
so friendly.
Angelina.
Angelina.
Well, AP.
Yeah. AP's way easier for me. I'm like, AP.
I always introduce her as AP now. I feel
Yeah.
bad. I'm
Yeah.
like, is it Angelina or AP?
Yeah.
And we also go hard at some of these festivals. I mean, not to go too much about this, but I think we were in Sedona. We are going to do a podcast there. And somebody was supposed to bring over, like, tequila or something.
I'm nervous.
Oh, no.
And apparently somebody started the party, like, a little
Oh,
early.
yeah.
We were supposed to be at a podcast in Sedona?
Well,
Well,
see?
the
She
fun-
doesn't even remember.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. See the one
Hey,
right in
my,
the
my
middle.
mom and dad are probably listening.
Mr. and Mrs. Munive, this is all allegedly, by the way.
She had too many sodas.
You got a tummy ache.
Nah, they know I wouldn't
Yeah.
drink a soda. I drink a shot before that.
I literally just said the word. Like, I thought you were bringing over the tequila. And then poor Heather was like,
I went a little too hard on day one.
Yeah.
Thursday. Dark.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
But Sedona, I love Sedona.
Sedona's
too.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Sedona is
Not trying to change the
beautiful.
subject or anything.
No, that was a
We're
good.
just
That was a good pivot.
Yeah.
That was a good pivot. Here, watch this one. So Sedona, when you take your bikes out there, sometimes you got to take different bikes. It's all tech and everything. And then out here, there's a lot of flow. There's some
Yep.
fun jumps. What bikes did you guys bring out to this one?
I brought a trail bike, my Live Intrigue.
Yeah.
And then I brought the Porsche bike.
Oh,
It's an e-bike.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm actually representing Porsche out here. It's probably their first time out at one of these bike events, and yeah, I'm happy to kind of share it to the world.
yeah. Talk about German engineering.
Yep.
Whoa. Okay, can we talk about this bike?
Yeah,
What
we can
is
talk
it?
about it. It's just an e-bike. It's got the Shimano motor. It's pretty fast. It's really good. It's a 120 travel, so it's not much. But I mean, for out here, we did it. We rode Coler. I love that trail.
Yeah.
I love that whole set. I mean,
Yeah.
Jarrod.
Heather would park her van at the top of Coler if she could.
Jarrod gets so annoyed because every time everybody's like, "All right, where do we want to ride today?" Heather's like, "Let's go to Coler."
Let's think about this though. That area splits into like 10 million trails. It's the
Yeah,
hub.
True.
But how many do we ride? Two.
Cease and desist.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Yeah.
I knew it.
And now I love the rocky one on the side. What is that
Yeah,
called?
that one
Rocks.
almost took us out today.
What is that called?
Rock soft and rock solid.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
this
Right?
really steep, and
On
then
the
it
left.
splits into two, like
Yeah.
like right and
Yes.
left. Oh,
Yeah.
that is so.
a little
I
slippery
I
today.
It was
laugh
slick.
so much
Bet.
going down that trail.
That
Like,
rock garden where it splits to the
Ooh.
left, that last rock garden,
Yeah.
that, I bet that was spicy
It
today
was
after the
It was
rain.
slimy.
oh, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I followed Kim down there. She's like, go to the left. The right has a drop. I was like, oh, you don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, that was definitely very, very sketch the first time I came up on that on Rock Soft. I was following someone and they took the right side, and I was like, oh, you don't have the talent for that today. I take the left line.
So how does somebody even get a Porsche e-bike? And I didn't even know Porsche
How do you
was
get
coming
it?
in.
They have their
to this-
website, Porsche e-bike.
They're getting
or-
into, like, literally, you can
You'll
buy.
see it at every. You probably know if you walk into a dealer,
Uh-huh.
they're at every dealer now. They have, I believe they have maybe gravel bike. I don't know. They actually have another one that's like maybe less travel. This one's a little like 120 is
Less than
I mean,
120?
I was like,
I don't
Wow.
honestly maybe not. I don't know. Let me just stick to what I. They do have the one that I have.
Yeah.
in the showroom
In the showroom,
and the dealers
and for
yes.
sale.
Yes. I believe it's like 15 grand.
Wow, what
Yeah.
components is on this thing?
The crank brother rims, dropper.
Ooh.
It's Magura. Magura brakes,
Okay.
Fox suspension, and then it's Rottweil. The bike itself, they've kind of teamed up with.
And it's full Shimano, right? Full
Yeah.
Shimano drivetrain.
Yeah.
Dang.
And the motor and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good bike. Like component-wise and everything, it's amazing. And today we rode it. I loved it. It's just not as beefy as what we're used to.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is their first introduction. Is this their first?
It's not their first. They've had a couple in the past too. But yeah, this is my first.
It's a good looking bike.
Yeah. So
I feel.
in this part of the show, we did lose a little bit of the audio, but we did finish talking about that Porsche e-bike, and it kind of got into this segment of how did Heather get in touch with Porsche. But it turned out through her channel and through the community, Porsche invited her to an event, and that is where she was able to talk with them, be introduced to the e-bike, and thus able to get it out to us. And that led to the conversation of community, and that's where the audio started to pick back up. So I'm going to bring you guys in right at that point. The one thing that I love about our community is just how open it is. I mean, you feel like you can go anywhere and make friends so easy on the bike, and I don't know what that is. Like, why is it that it's so hard when you graduate college and you go out there and you're like, hey, I want to be friends with people, and it becomes difficult, but you hop on a bike and you had no idea when you bought that bike, you're actually buying your ticket into like super cool friends that you can have a whole lifetime with, which is amazing. Why? Does anybody know what that is?
I have an idea. It's like we're kids again, right? Like, take yourself back to being a kid, and it's like summer vacation, and you're out riding your bike, and like you just see another group of kids, and you're like, hey, you want to be friends? You want to ride bikes together? And that's what it is. Like, it just takes you back to your youth, you know? I think the majority of us as children had bikes, right?
Yeah.
It's, I think, like, now we're adults on bikes, but we're almost like feeling that connection back to childhood and feeling like what it was like to be a kid where you didn't have any of these almost like insecurities with meeting new people. You're still just like, you're a kid, I'm a kid, like, let's go play and hang out.
Right.
Like, there's just like, there is no judgment, no preconceived notions. Like, everyone just like wanted to play and have fun. And so you get out on a bike and like you're a kid again. And like, that's all we care about. It's like, this is so much fun. Let's go have fun together.
So much fun. So much. I could totally identify with that. A lot of times in my job, I have to be extrovert, but I'm an introvert by heart. But on the mountain bike, I'm in work and by heart.
Like, he said that and I didn't believe him.
Yeah,
either.
yeah. so like I'll burn energy quicker when I'm forcing myself to be out there. So like I'll come out of something and be more tired than somebody who's truly an extrovert, you know? But on a bike, I'm not thinking about any of those insecurities because I'm so focused on what I'm doing and it's just so fun.
Think of your local trails. Like, do you have a trail that is like your decompressed trail? So kind of like what you're talking about. Like, I have one trail where like you kind of can shut down a little bit. Like, you know the trail so well, like you could almost ride it blind and you're able, like, that's your decompressed trail. Like, you can get out there and just work through everything that's going on with the stressors in your life, and then suddenly like you're a couple miles in and it's just like, all right.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what is the difference with the old Fox versus this new gold one that just came out? Are they trying to make it simpler? Yeah,
the damper in it is like all new, right? It's
Don't look at me. You got this.
I'm taking you. Well, we learned it the 3 days that we were there. We were in like classrooms and we got to learn all about it. The main thing was the dampers in all of them. They're lighter.
Yeah, so the
easier to like
adjust.
Yeah,
not as many clicks every which way.
Yeah.
Simpler.
Yeah. The coolest thing, in my honest opinion, is that they're not the blue dials at the top. Now they're black. So they look great.
They look cool.
Yeah.
It's all about the
You
colors.
would like that.
Yeah, right.
Fashion before function.
They feel amazing though.
Hey.
But the Marathon fork is like 100 grams lighter, so like overall, it's the forks are a lot lighter, right? Yeah.
Lighter, simpler.
Yeah.
I also learned that bars. I didn't know this. So Race Face made new bars, and So do you cut your bars?
I do. Yep.
So you buy them 800s?
Yeah, they typically are 800s, and then
cut
somebody taught me this funky ratio with how tall I am arm length, and then
Yeah.
mine ended up being at 7. It was weird, like 774.
Oh.
Like,
I
can I
think
please
I
get
You
this
get
on?
precise.
I know, right?
774.2.
Right, 0.2,
Yeah.
please. Oh, not a centimeter off.
Well, that's interesting because they don't make that kind either. So we learned that cutting the bars actually kind of ruins how the geometry of it was all made.
God damn it.
Yeah, right? It
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
So, and I didn't know that. I'm like
I
always
didn't
cutting
know
my
that.
bars.
Makes
I always
sense.
get like
Yeah.
800 bars and cut them down like 760,
Yeah.
780. And
Yeah.
now, so they came out with 760, 780, and 800.
Thank you.
No
Yeah.
way.
Thank you.
Sick.
And they're good bars. I mean, they've got
Yeah.
like different kind sweeps
Yeah.
and stuff.
So they make
Oh.
them, if you cut them, it makes it more stiffer.
Yeah.
as you cut 'em.
Interesting.
And that makes total sense now
That
that
blew
you
my
say,
mind.
you know.
Right.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's like, what?
Just how the tubing's
Because
tapered.
I've cut them
Yeah,
all
exactly.
the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, hello, ladies. We
Yeah.
are built differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are
They all
built
come 800.
Yes, I know, and it's like I'm gonna
You
send my
beefy shouldered
truck.
woman, you.
Yeah, so I learned that and I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I didn't know that changes everything. And I mean, I'm sure some bars don't, and I'm sure there's arguments against this, but at the
Yeah.
end of the day, we learned this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe it.
It makes sense. I think Jarrod too. We were both thinking like the engineers who created these things have it tapered at a certain point,
Yep.
a certain width. But if you alter that,
Yep.
it is completely off of their
Exactly.
formula.
True.
Yeah.
That makes
That's-
sense.
It makes
Whoa.
sense. Like, I know there's probably people out there like, that's not true, whatever.
Yeah,
but
or that doesn't make
look,
that
yeah,
big of a
it
difference.
made
or
it
whatever.
made sense in my head.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And it made sense enough for a big company
Exactly.
to change and offer
Yeah.
different links.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that.
So
Yeah. Hey, buying
And
myself some
inclusion.
780s.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So when you guys rode these Gold Forks by Fox,
Mm-hmm.
did you feel a difference instantly, or did it take a minute, or first
after
run?
Alex really
Yeah.
dialed them in, I
Yeah.
love them. They're so good.
Yeah.
I just think in general when you get dialed suspension, your bike feels amazing.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
can't really
Mhm.
pinpoint and tell you exactly what I felt different, but
Yeah.
it does make a noise that's different.
Like
you
a
know
little,
what I'm talking
like
about,
a little
right?
laser noise. Like
No, it
doo-doo.
makes
The
this.
valve makes a
Oh,
squeak.
It
oh,
does,
it does. I got a rubber ducky on my bike
You
now.
know,
It squeaks.
Oh, is it like a blow-off valve for your bike?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Jarrod, for being here. The noise is a little different than usual, and
Yeah.
it's that I guess
It's
it's
like-
the valve.
It's a
I don't-
common thing, I believe.
It
It's
is.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but as far as the feeling goes, you feel more confidence in it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very tuned into those specifics. Like, if he sets up my bike and he's like, "Oh, this is perfect," I'm like, "I'm winning. This is the best thing ever." You know. So like, you know, for me, I transitioned over pretty well to it, and then Alex did a bunch of stuff. I'm like, "This feels great." So I think it was a combination of the new fork plus Alex really dialing me in. I mean, we have BMX background, so if you say tune our suspension, we're doing what we can, but it's like
Yeah.
really we're
Yeah.
not experts at that. So
right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that fork is good. The new
Do you run the
handlebars are good.
Fox?
I do. I don't have the new ones. I have on the decoy. I've got a Fox 38 on there.
Cool.
And interestingly enough, there was a guy, Mike Boone, out of Gravity Bicycles. He does this thing called Spring Tech. So in my standard stock Fox 38, he put spring in it. So I have a push on the back, and so I'm kind of like balanced now. I feel like it.
Okay.
Because before I lost a little pop in the back when I went to push, but the front was like, let's go! And I'm like, whoa, wheel high all the
Yeah.
time, come on! So I changed it spring, and now I feel like I'm monster trucking through some of the
Cool.
techs.
Best
Yeah.
feeling ever.
So good.
Yeah.
Like, I should be rattling my head right now, and you're
Yeah.
looking down, the bike's doing all the work.
That's
Yeah.
one of the things we learned. The
Yeah.
tires stay on the ground, and
Yeah.
our bodies aren't like going all over the place. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What the dampers for?
Yeah.
Damper.
Yeah, we were sitting in all these like courses and like all these engineers and like they're telling us all their credentials and they're like describing everything. Me and Heather are like, well,
No, we learned a lot. It was
Was there a
good.
test?
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, at the
there was
end.
no test. There was no test. But the whole time I was like, Jarrod would have done way better at this because he's an engineer by trade. So
You just slowly
You would've just,
dialing
like-
them in. Listen to this, please.
Right? You're like putting your recorder on there. Go ahead, say that again.
Yeah.
Can you a little louder?
We gotta
Yeah.
tell our mechanic.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it was an epic opportunity. It was so much fun and so many different people. They flew in people from Australia, like everywhere. There was actually not many people from the United States. It was like us, normal, maybe a couple other people.
Oh,
Pink
Seabass was there?
Bike. Yep, Seabass was there.
Sick. Shout out to
Pink
Seabass.
Bike.
Is he here?
I didn't see him.
No.
I don't think
Seen him
Seabass
either.
is
I
here.
think he told us he wasn't coming.
He
no.
said he was done with festivals.
He is so
We don't know that.
he is so busy now. He is so busy.
Yeah.
Like he
Mhm.
works so much. Shout
He's
out
got
to
a
you,
Mountain
Seabass.
Dew
Yeah.
sponsorship.
He got Mountain Dew?
Yeah. Mountain Dew.
Go baby.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I still
I
remember
like him.
his first reel that I paid attention to. He was rolling, was it Riding Dirty? That song when he sat on the bike and the suspension like flattened
Oh,
out.
gosh.
He's like
Yeah.
looking at the camera.
So funny.
He's
The
so
other day
funny.
he posted one. He's like, "What do you see, or what's wrong here?" And I couldn't. I
didn't see
didn't know.
it.
And it was he bottomed out the suspension. Like
Yeah.
it was all the way down. You
Mhm.
saw it?
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I
It
didn't
took me,
see
it
that
took me a
He's
couple
hilarious.
of reruns to figure it out.
Did you guys see the epic rap battle that he may
Yeah.
have started with
Yes.
Colorado Kid?
Did
Yeah.
you see Just the Makers like response back
Yeah.
to both of them?
No,
was awesome.
she chimed
She
in.
And
crushed it.
Oh, I can't wait to see
Yes.
it.
I heard there's another response coming
yeah.
too.
Oh, really? Uh-oh.
Very
It's from
Uh-oh.
another person.
Yes?
We
It-
might be in the background dancing to it.
It's not me.
Oh, Heather is Miss Munive.
No.
What's a rap
No.
name for Miss Munive? Age
Oh.
World.
It'd be something Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh my
Miss
gosh.
Worldwide.
Miss Worldwide.
Get the
So
Latin
wait,
in here.
are you thinking about doing a rebuttal?
No,
to
no,
this?
we know
No, it's
somebody
somebody
else
else.
that did one.
Oh,
And he
When-
asked us to be in it,
Oh,
dancing in
sick.
the background.
He's here.
he's here.
You know
Yeah.
him.
I do.
Mhm.
do.
Is he? When's this
I don't
dropping?
want to spill the beans.
Yeah,
Joe.
No.
you're saying too much, Jared.
Yeah.
When we
Just
dropping
trying to
this?
pull that out.
right. Oh my gosh, that'll be good. That is so funny. They are hilarious.
Mhm.
And I saw another one out there. Jeremy Jones.
Yeah.
He was out on the trails
Yeah,
today.
He was out
Yeah.
there with us.
Dude is
for
funny.
A little bit.
Another
Yeah,
funny
he's
one.
good.
When it comes to content creation, the way that you guys do things when you're videoing together, it is so genuine and fun and wholesome, and I love watching them.
Thank
The
you.
way that the two of you laugh, Madison and Heather, good lord,
Mhm.
it is
The
like
best times of our lives.
right,
Right?
so
Yeah.
much laughter.
Well, yeah, and it's cameras or not. That's how it is all the time.
All the time.
I mean,
constant
it is. It
giggling.
really is. Like cameras rolling or not, that is exactly how they are and exactly how they act.
Yeah.
And on
I
the
No
love
BS
that.
Jared.
behind any of that.
On the trails,
Yeah.
I
laughing
vouch.
and stuff
I vouch
too.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday I was riding behind somebody and I was doing my like woo whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And he like stopped. He's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" I was like, "Nah."
This is just me. No kidding. Like I have I'm hitting kickers, you in left and right, and legit so many guys are like, "Are you all right? I thought you crashed." And I'm like,
Oh.
"What? No." I'm like, "Yo."
Have fun.
Yeah, like that happens a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not vocal, I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
Like I'm hating
Or
the
I'm
trail.
nervous.
Yeah.
You're nervous.
When Maddie knows
Focused.
when I'm or like something, I'm just so quiet, and I
yeah.
feel it. I know when I'm
Yeah.
having a blast.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I'm hooting and hollering. One time,
Yeah.
I was behind Maddie, and I was
Oh
going
my
through
gosh.
like Floyd Hill, it was
Yeah.
her local trail,
Yeah.
and she kept saying "brap." But I didn't know, and I'm like,
Rap, rap.
"Are you saying drop or rap?" And then she kept saying both. But then a big drop comes, and I'm like, "Maddie, you were saying drop," because she was saying it from afar, like from back. Like
Yeah.
you kept saying drop, and I'm like, "Girl, are
just
you
keep
saying
prepping
brap?"
Yeah, I was like, "Drop."
Like, at one point, you said brap.
I know.
I was so confused.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think it was one clip I saw on Instagram. You guys were together. I think you guys were together, and you were in Santa Cruz somewhere where there was like a big steep. One of you fell down
Oh my-
and just
yeah.
slowly started sliding and
That
just
was in Bellingham, and that was
Oh,
me.
yeah. Oh my god.
I filmed that.
Yeah.
You were the cameraman.
That was like you just pulled the camera out to
Yeah,
get
like-
this. Like sometimes we miss a lot of. We were not always filming and stuff. So
Yeah.
Jarrod was behind, and I was like practically holding that. I was laughing so hard. She was
craziest thing I've
trying
ever
to
seen.
climb back up to do a feature, and it was so steep. And she, it was
like
bad.
slipped and I
Praise the cameraman.
That was so funny.
That was like the most slow motion, like drawn out laughter slide ever.
She fell and like face planted.
I had dirt from head to toe, and I'm like, this is so stupid.
Bellingham,
Yeah.
one of my favorite places out
Did
there.
you go to the Northwest Tune-Up?
I didn't go, no, but I just went on like a private trip on my own. Just went out there, checked it out,
Yeah.
got to ride. I was so amazed on how beautiful the trails are. Like
Oh,
their
yeah.
public trails were like a park.
All the
Yeah,
flowers.
it's so cool.
Yeah,
I
so
feel like you're in
cool.
Jurassic Park up there.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, right?
Just like weird. Like,
Yes.
It's a completely different area of the world.
Yes, it's so gorgeous. And I feel like a lot of people hit Bellingham and then they go up into Whistler after
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
Squamish,
Yeah.
where like
Have
see-
you gone there yet?
I've been to Whistler,
Okay.
but I stopped in Squamish to kind of stretch my legs, and I was like breathing the Remy Matai air.
Yeah.
I was like,
You
"Make
didn't
me
ride
better."
Squamish?
No,
Oh,
I
man.
wanted to.
That's another trip I really want us all to
Yeah.
go. Like that would be cool.
Yeah,
That would
we've
be-
never been up there for BMX.
Yeah?
Or for mountain biking, but only BMX
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it looks. I love how the little town is right there, and like it's got that giant cliff face, and then it's like overlooking the ocean. Like that whole, was it city to
Beautiful.
sea highway, whatever that is, up to Whistler is beautiful.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, the drive is nice.
Yeah, yeah. When it comes to places that you guys are wanting to ride but you haven't gone yet, where would you want to go?
That is
Leave
tough.
that.
You guys have been to a lot of places.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I'd want to like explore more like overseas.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Wanna
Heck
go to
yeah.
I think
Switzerland?
we're at kind of like a point that we're wanting to go there
Yeah.
more and more, and
Yeah.
we'll make it happen soon.
Yeah.
Like
Heather wants to go
Austria?
to- well, that'd be dope
Yeah.
for sure.
Right?
She from Ecuador, so she wants to go down there, and that'd be an easy one.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna go this year for sure. And I really want
You've said
Maddie.
that for the past
I
3
know. I
years.
really want Maddie to come with me, but my entire family's out there, so it's like
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
never ridden. I've always gone to visit, and I mean, in the recent years, I've gone into mountain biking, so I've never really like my family doesn't know me mountain biking out there. You know?
Wow.
Like,
They know you as like a football athlete.
I just played soccer all through like college. Yeah, like they
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, they obviously see I'm doing it now, but they didn't know me through that. Like I didn't. All my
Yeah.
cousins, they race BMX, so I grew up watching them do that. They all race downhill, but I never did it with them or ever. Yeah, until
Wow.
now.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's cool. And if people want to hear how Heather got started in mountain biking, it's a really heartwarming story. I mean, you were set. I mean, just to kind of shorten it, but you were set in the corporate world. You were
yeah.
you were dealing airplanes,
I
girl.
was selling airplanes.
Dang.
Private
Hustler.
jets.
Airplanes to
Hustler.
Porsches.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
Yeah, no, I thought life was set, and honestly, I mean, biking is one of the most beautiful. It's life changing. I mean, my life has changed ever since I touched a bike, and I left this corporate job for something that we're out here, riding our bikes. But I would
Yes.
never give it up for the world. I mean, money is one thing, but the experiences, the memories, the friends that I've created will never justify that.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
giving up this career job that I thought, I was set and everything, it just wasn't working out for me in the moment, and it just wasn't making me happy. I knew there was something missing in my life, and at the time, I just wanted to dedicate myself to other things to kind of distract myself, and I picked up a bike, and it completely has changed my life. That's how I met Maddie.
It was all of us.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
what was missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you literally were like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go down and sign up for a race.
My mindset was, my mom had cancer. She's okay now. But at the time, it was like one of those things that I just felt like if she can get through this, I can go learn how to ride a bike. And
Yeah.
I'm that type of person that like if I say something, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like I will
Yeah.
never say something and not make it happen. I will do everything in my power to make it happen. And that was one of the things that fortunately I just met the right people. I did the right things, and here I am today making an entire career out of it. And
So
yeah,
awesome.
I love it. It's
That's
cool.
so awesome.
Speaking of small world, so like the guy that introduced us,
Yeah.
he's here.
What?
In Bentonville. He like made
Full
the trip for his
circle.
first time.
What?
Full circle. So like
Yeah.
the first time, he was like, "Hey, meet my friend Heather. She's 24 years old and quit her job and is gonna travel
I was
around
still working at the
racing."
time, but Madison was pro BMXer, and I'm
Yeah.
like, and she was my age. So I got into this sport way later. That I'm my age is with all these pros. So it wasn't like I knew who they were and I wanted to be friends with them. It's just naturally they became my friends because that's the age we were.
Yeah.
And Madison, our friend, introduced me and was like, "You should just go train with her." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Like, let me go train." doing Olympic trainings, like training sessions on the track. I didn't even know how to like stand up on the gate. At the gym I would go, so I learned all that stuff, and I carried it into all these years. And obviously I've met other people that kind of just exploded that, and I've evolved into like other things. And yeah, it's such a beautiful thing. I mean, the story behind all that is it's never too late to start something. I mean, I picked this up.
100%.
I grew up playing soccer my whole life, and people grow up racing, and that's just what they do. But I picked this up at like 24, and I said I want to learn this, and I'm gonna make it happen. And it just comes to show whatever you put your mind to, it's possible. If you put your mind to it, if you want it bad enough. If not,
Right. It's
And
up to you, right?
Age is nothing, you know.
There is no age limit in biking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's no
when
way
I
to
met
do
her,
that.
though, I totally judged her. I was like, who the heck is this girl?
Right.
24 years
Yeah,
old.
the
wants to
modeling,
start-
the meeting for models was over here.
Yeah,
right?
wanting to start to learn how to ride BMX. Like, are you kidding me? She's like, yeah, hit me up. Let's go to the gym. Let's go training. I'm like, sure, but you're weird.
Someone there was
Still
a
weird.
there was a
Still
dad there was a dad
Sure.
at the track. He was one of the younger kids were all training, and BMX is a different world. Like they are drinking pre-workout at 10 years old.
Dang, get that
it's a
edge.
different lifestyle.
Oh.
So anyways, these
The
kids
worst.
were training, and I jumped in on one of their training sessions, and I'm 24 and these kids are like 15. And the dad comes up to me and he goes, what's your plan with this? And I was like, I don't know. I just, he's like, where do you think the future is for you in this sport? And it like threw me off. And he pretty much said, just quit, like just stop now.
Oh, bastard!
And I'll tell you later.
Okay.
He pretty much told
We can put him on
me. He
blast.
pretty much told me to quit. And 3
What?
years later, he saw me at Grands, and Grands is like one of the biggest races in BMX, and he saw me and saw what I've been doing, and he's like, Heather, I eat my words. Like, I am sorry
good.
I've ever said that. And I was like, you know what? You were the fuel to my fire. I'm here because of you.
Whoa!
Yeah. I was like, he literally told me I couldn't do it.
Damn.
Yeah, shout out to that guy. Whoever
Yeah,
that is.
shout out to that
Yeah.
guy. Don't tell Heather no.
No, it's one of those things, and that's what I love. Life is so beautiful, and it's just all about what we do and how good we do it. And like, we live once. You got to do
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah.
You want to live this lifestyle of like making money or whatever it is.
Yeah.
If you don't make it happen, it's not going to happen.
In this part of the show, the audio dropped again, but Heather was really just talking about the motivation and the mindset of making things happen, creating your own future, setting your goals, and going after it. And that led to a great conversation about riding with family, riding with friends, and e-bikes. So I'm going to drop you over into the section where we're talking about riding with family, and it's going to pick it up here with co-host MTBSheenQueen about riding with her dad. So a lot of daddy-daughter trips. I think that's so freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, 67, he's got a lot of energy. And what's funny about him is, like, he knows... I mean, he's talking to everybody. Also, he is, like,
oh my gosh.
soaking it up.
Like, he probably spends more time chatting than riding, though. 'Cause, like, he just wants to talk about bikes with people and share that passion. It's just, like, he's just so stoked to meet people with the similar interests and talk about bikes and the things that we love. And... Again, it just keeps you youthful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I will give a plug for e-bikes because he's had to switch over to
that's
e-bikes
awesome.
now.
You know what?
Because
You're right.
he,
e-bikes
you know,
are
he couldn't
amazing.
keep up anymore. And now, like, I'm like, hey, yo, I'm in front of you because, like,
Yeah.
one time he gets in front of me, I'm like, yo, Dad. No. Like, he was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, thank goodness because it's something that keeps him out. You
Yeah.
know, keeps him active, and you know, we can still do our daddy-daughter bike trips.
Yeah.
Did you get him into it?
I did.
Nice.
I
That's
did.
awesome.
The e-bikes have
Yeah.
really expanded
Yeah.
the entire world of cycling. Like, you see a
Yes.
lot of more people on the trail that would have normally never showed up.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And now they're ripping around, and it's
Yeah.
good to see.
Yeah,
Totally.
it's fantastic.
It's a cool equalizer, and I see like a lot of couples out there where one or the other wasn't the biker and they're on the e-bike, but they can enjoy and keep up and
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
experience being
Yeah.
out in nature
Mhm.
and share
Yeah.
that passion.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So fun.
That's cool.
I
Yeah.
mean, even for all of us, let's be real. Like, you get on an e-bike and it's a different thing. I mean, you can ride so much more.
Yes.
I used to knock them. I used to be like, oh, it's for lazy
There
people.
goes Mark
Yeah.
again, that cheater ass.
Yeah, that cheater. I used to hear all of our friends because we didn't have one at the time, and everyone's like, oh, they're cheating. Like, I don't know, just making fun of them. And I would, think like, yeah, I never wanted to have an e-bike,
Oh,
and then
so
I
good.
got one, and then I'm like, I only had 1 hour to ride, and I
Yeah.
did double the
Yeah.
amount of riding.
Yes.
And it's not about not working out. I was working
You're
out
still
double.
working-
Like I'm
yeah.
still working out. Anybody
Yeah.
that says you're not working out, they're wrong. Like
Yeah.
completely wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can ride so much more, and it's a game changer, absolute game changer.
100%. I mean, there was a study that just came out. It was a 10-year study, and they found that people that were on e-bikes were able to ride more consistent because they stayed with it over
Yeah.
the time frame, so they didn't drop out. Like a lot of times, you got these folks that are just clinging,
struggle.
banging their heart rate,
Yeah.
and then they take a couple days off, to recover.
Yeah.
But an e-biker was able to, like, I'm not just talking like mountain bike e-bikers,
Yeah.
but any kind of like
Yeah.
e-biker,
Yeah.
they were able to get on the bike again and again.
Yeah,
So there's
that's
more time in seat with them
Technical
over
skills.
time.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's true. It's not just e-bike. It's like city bikes are all e-bikes
Yeah.
and every like it's
Yeah.
what a world. Like,
Right?
The hunting community has e-bikes now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
that's a big
yes,
deal.
they
Wow.
do.
The
Like,
hunting community. What do
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
to get farther back into the backcountry, things
All
like
right.
that.
Wow.
They have like fat tire e-bikes.
Like
that they
what
go.
are our kids gonna
Wow.
have? I'm telling you, it's gonna be like Jetsons. The Jetsons.
Yeah.
Like our kids
We're
are
looking
gonna
for
be
Porsche.
like.
Porsche will come up with something.
Porsche will come
cool.
up with
Yeah.
something. Tesla will get in the game.
Yeah.
Some
Porsche and
hydrogen
Tesla.
powered,
Right.
sweat
It's gonna be
powered.
the hover bike.
Yeah.
Oh man!
It
Like
works
kids
on
are
sweat.
scootering now. They're probably just gonna be like hovering to
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hover bike.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
next.
That's
There
crazy.
still will be that pocket though that are gonna be like, not me, man. I
Yeah.
got my Chevrolet legs.
Purist.
yeah, exactly. Have fun with that moped.
It's
I-
interesting to see what it all comes to.
It is. It's so interesting and so cool how we can come to these festivals as friends, reconnect, make new friends, and just have fun on bikes. It's the passion. It goes so much deeper than just jumping on a bike and having fun. It goes into relationships and friendships and camaraderie. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
cool. And when we're all together in one place, like
Yeah.
I
You
forget
hit
about
all the good
everything.
stuff right there. Yeah.
Yeah, which is so good.
Yeah.
Maddie, you were gonna say something on that?
No.
Oh,
What are you up to? What's new with you? I mean, I see you're just lifting, getting these muscles.
yeah,
all
you
Look
know,
at
I'm
Brew.
trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Hey, look at him cutting his sleeves and everything.
yeah, no, that was in the YT contract. I didn't look like I was part of the punk rock scene, No, just trying to be healthy. You
Yeah.
all know I went through a pretty tough divorce not too long ago, and just working on myself, trying to make
for
sure
you.
mentally and physically
Yeah.
I'm in the spot I need to be, so that
Oh, yeah.
when the future comes, I'm ready and I'm healthy, and I hopefully can be the best person I can be.
This
Yeah.
is probably one of the worst.
You're a damn good person.
Yeah.
Ah,
You're one of the best,
Thank
my
you,
friend.
Jarrod.
Yeah.
I got nuts, man. Bro.
and it's like this could be probably like the worst time of your life, but at the end of the day, if you even step back and you really look, like this could be probably the best time of your life, like the best
Yeah.
time of your, like your health, your happiness, your everything. Like you're so focused on it and you're working on it that it could be the worst, but it's probably gonna be the best time when you look back.
Yeah, I think the work that I'm putting in is good, because I know a lot of people may not put in the work after something horrific,
Yeah.
and I was definitely seeing a therapist like once a week, and then I went down to twice a week, and then we went to once a month, and then
That's
she was
awesome.
like, you know what, Mark?
You
I
don't
think you have
need
all
me."
the tools. I'm going to be as needed now. I was like,
Yeah.
really?
That's amazing.
I'm graduating? Like, is that what happens? Now what? Now what do I do?
Graduated
Yeah.
therapy?
Right? Now I'm like, overthink everything.
job.
Like, did I? Should I? Maybe not. Oh my God, I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm doing. So
You're in your head.
I'm in my head. Yes.
Go ride a bike.
Yes, the crank therapy helps so much with that. But yeah,
You would never know, right? Like I would never know you're struggling, or like any of us. We all have those things, and it's like
Yeah.
it is cool to know that. I mean, yeah, you're getting through it, and I mean, all of us have something going on that we're all getting through. But
yeah,
we can lean on bikes or each other. And,
yeah. That mindset that we have and we learn on bikes, like. There's an obstacle,
Yeah.
and we have to figure it out. So we look at it, we ask for help. How do you get through this? What do you do to that? Like,
yeah,
it's making me get bucked. Why am I like? What do you do? Do you preload different?
Yeah.
Do you push down on the pedals? So it's like we overcome those things and we learn how to do that, and then we gain confidence at it,
Yeah.
and then we can take that in the real world
oh yeah,
and be like, okay, I'm gonna tackle this the same way I do with mountain biking, and it helps.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's so
Dang.
cool.
yeah. It is building our confidence.
Yeah.
Damn.
One jump at a time.
One jump at a time.
Yeah.
That's how you get that dead sailor. You're like, what the fuck?
That's how I felt today. I'm like, today I was like struggling and stuff. Like, not maybe the 3 days of driving after getting back on the bike, I just felt like all squirrely and stuff. And Yeah, but it's cool to start feeling good again after that.
But isn't that something else that's really unique with us too? Like everybody has an off day.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's like it doesn't matter how good you are, you're gonna have a day where you're junk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we like can all relate. It's like, yeah, man, like I'm just feeling squirrely today. Like I hugged a tree the other day. Like you just have your off days, and then you manage to get back out of it, and then you're back into it. But I think
the
that's
beauty,
so great.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you get back into it. But
Right.
we have all experienced it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I think
for
that's
sure.
also something that's so common.
Yeah,
Like all
that's
you
what we
to
have
do
in
is say
common
to
too,
somebody,
yeah.
it's just like,
Totally.
I'm just not feeling it today. Something feels wonky, and they're like, oh man, I'm sorry, that sucks. Like
Yeah.
you'll get it back.
Yeah.
We just can all relate and get it.
Yes.
There's like no one's ever judging you. There's no pressure.
Right.
There's no like, oh my gosh, you're a terrible rider. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, are you off today? And it's like, yeah, something's just not jiving today.
Not feeling it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
When there's like no shame in that walk game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
It's the shame. Like that's what I feel like we're all in this community and all friends. Like we're never gonna bash each other. We're always lifting
Yes.
each other up, and
Yeah.
like that's what Madison and I
Except
do
for
this all
that
the
one.
time.
No.
No, well, we do this all the time. I mean, like she is like, my rock when I'm riding my bike, because it's like if I can't do something, she's like, "Hey, you got this." Like,
Yeah.
and it's not like pushing me down or anything. It's literally bringing me up, and that's what I think is so amazing too. Like we have these friends and people that are constantly putting us up. We're not bashing each other. We're not competing. We're here. I'm gonna get this jump, and so are you. You know, it's like
Yeah.
that's what the beautiful thing of this sport, or maybe just like how we all are. I mean,
Yeah.
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 I think that
I
is
love
it.
that.
That is. Like you've got that encouragement. Like you can help build somebody up to get it, but then you can also recognize, be like, hey, like I think you can do this
Yeah.
trail, but if you're not feeling it, there is no shame in walking.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I always tell everybody, I'm like, you can do a double black.
Yeah.
If you get to a section, you
walk.
just walk.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
don't have to do it all. But like that's the thing, like
Yeah.
with mountain biking, like there's no shame. Like if you get sketched out, just stop and walk it.
Yeah.
You can do any trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to talk a couple people into doing like Captain Ahab in Moab because they were like,
Captain
"Oh,
Ahab.
I don't know about that," and I'm like, "You can do it because
Yeah.
if you get to a section that you don't want to do, you just walk it." And afterwards, they're like, "I'm so glad you talked me into doing this because there was no way I was going to do it otherwise because
Yeah.
I just heard it's awful." It's like, well,
Yeah.
yeah, it is awful
Yeah.
in certain sections.
Yeah.
and you just skip them.
Yeah. True.
It's all good.
Yeah.
That is
Right?
very
And you're
true.
still a mountain biker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely on the portal trail.
Oh,
There's
gosh.
my
Oh,
God. Have you ridden
walk.
it?
I watched your videos and I
Oh,
had to go to the
God.
bathroom. I was
The
like,
climb.
Maddie, don't go. Stop.
The climb is miserable.
Oh,
That
no.
day it was not Jarod, it was Ben.
Ah.
Ben was with Maddie and I only the
was
whole trip.
Oh,
miserable.
no.
Oh,
It was
goodness.
miserable. The climb is bad. Because
The-
that doesn't make it on camera very
The
much.
climb, no, but in
No.
my video, I tried to show a little bit of
Yeah.
that because I said nobody says this part.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
talks
Nobody
about
tells you
the
about
portal
yeah.
and like it's the most deadliest trail on earth, and
Hard
and
pass.
I'm like okay, like we're
It's
gonna
not
get
that
Oh.
the trail was not bad. It's
not.
the climb that
climb.
almost killed them.
And that's why it's the deadliest. Yeah.
Ben was like he got so sick. Madison, I've never
I had a
seen. I thought I lost
Oh,
both of
man.
them. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, how am I gonna get out of this trail?
Yeah.
And we
Whoa.
weren't even at the top of Portal yet.
Oh
Like,
my
we
god.
weren't there.
That's
Yeah.
what takes people out.
Yeah.
They get
Oh, it
tired and
was-
then they
It's
fall
the
off the cliff.
climbing, Yeah.
It was,
Oh my goodness.
It was rough.
Exhausting.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
but rough.
It was one of those adventure, like those 3-day Colorado.
I was just saying, and you want to go do a
Well, I
3-day
was
adventure.
holding it strong for the team. I was like, come on, guys, this is gonna be amazing. I was losing hope. I'm like,
You're
we're-
losing hope.
I was losing hope. I was like, we're gonna have to walk this or something. Like
Yeah.
this is gonna be crazy.
We got to the portal trail, and I was just like, I just want to be done.
I
I'm so
saw it in
tired.
Madison's
Wow.
eyes. I was losing her. Ben was sick. I was like, oh gosh. I'm
I had
like,
a
come on, guys, but
migraine.
we're gonna feel so great when we get done with.
I had a photo shoot the next day. I had to be like on set at like
Slept
5.
in a
Oh.
runner. What is
Yeah.
it? Toyota
oh
runner.
my
Runner.
gosh.
Yeah, I had to be on set at like 5 a.m. I'm like, this is terrible.
Hey, but it was the memories and the experience.
The memories of the experience.
Yeah.
As you're on set, they're like, "Are you ready, Madison?" You're like, "Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
I'm good."
Well, that was a terrible photo shoot, but that's for another conversation. I can't talk about
This-
that now.
This reminds me of Hangover. Have you done Hangover?
no, not yet.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Have you done
Well, I
Hangover?
wanted to do it in
Oh,
Sedona,
boy.
but I did Highline,
Okay.
cleaned it all. Well, on the climb part, I saw a few areas I need
Yeah.
to work on, but I was gonna go to
That's
Hangover.
awesome. You did top to bottom?
Yeah.
Dang, that's
You know,
awesome.
girl.
Good for you.
Yep. I didn't.
Dang,
look,
we should have went with him.
I didn't.
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting to this part.
Well,
Like
you guys were on the white line
Well,
playing
That was
around.
Jarrod.
that was
Yeah,
one of
that
our
was-
proudest moments.
Badass,
Yeah.
by the way. So
It was
sick.
cool.
Took
Yeah.
one for the team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heather and I walked it.
Yeah, and it was
Dude,
sketchy
walking is sketchy.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
scary.
If you fall, Kimmy, you know the white line in
Yeah,
Sedona?
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
If you trip on that thing,
well, he clipped the pedal, and I saw it, and we're like,
oh.
Yeah, that first little
Didn't-
dog leg.
yeah.
If you're a little close,
well, didn't it hit your pedal a little bit?
I nicked the side of the
Yeah.
pedal. Yeah, as I was
Good
coming around. I was
God.
like, what?
Wait, as you were doglegging down to the rock?
No, right off the start. It
Oh,
kinda
yeah, to the
kicks
right,
up.
that little like dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
I rode to that, and I was like, that dip looks scary, and I stopped.
Madison and I were right at the turn,
dip.
so
Yep.
but when Jared's turning into that very steep stuff, like Madison and I were right there behind a rock, so we couldn't even catch him. Like we just wanted to get the good footage. But we were behind the rock that would have saved you. But so I've never seen Jarrod so like the fear in your eyes, and you were just so tense. I mean, you did amazing. It was
Yeah.
incredible. We're
Yeah.
so proud of you. But in that moment, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't know if we can do this.
Not a lot of room for error up
Yeah.
there.
No, very
So,
small.
it was-
I did, however, love the way when you dogleg into the rock, you kind of like it broke loose on you, but
Oh, yeah.
you had an angle towards the rock in case it got really bad.
Mhm.
I love that you did that,
Yeah.
and then you regained control, and you got back on track, and off you went.
Yeah.
Proud
it was
moment.
cool.
That was
Yes.
amazing, Jared.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something we've talked about going over there for a
Yeah.
long time. We never really ridden over there.
We
Yeah.
never
And-
have.
No.
We would talk about all the time.
We've been there 5-6
I
times.
confused High Line with White Line so many years. I'm like, guys, we've done it.
You're like, really?
She tells everybody, oh, yeah, I've done the white
I
line.
told people that we did it, and I was like, and I confused it. Yeah, big confusion.
It's the same thing as before you did the Portal Trail. You
Oh, I
confused
thought
that
Jackson,
to Jackson's
yeah.
trail.
Oh, yeah.
And she told
Jackson
everybody,
is
like,
an
yeah,
amazing
we've done
trail.
it.
That's a pre-portal.
Yeah, I
That's
was
why
doing
I-
wheelies and bunny hops on portals. Fine. It's nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I control the maps usually.
Yeah.
They don't know where we're going.
Well, back to the hangover.
Hangover.
The reason I it's one of those things like High Line or anything that you have to ride at least
Yes.
one time in your life. And
Yeah.
I was so excited to finally bring them because I've ridden it before and I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I forgot about the climb up there. Like I didn't realize it is a big
Oh.
climb. They get up there, it's their last day, and I'm
Okay.
like, guys, before you leave, let's do hangover. It'll be a good way to end the trip.
And it's only going to take how long? An
I
hour.
don't know.
You told us an
I thought
hour.
it was gonna take an
But on Heather's defense, she's not very good at time.
No.
Is that
No.
Maybe.
fair to
That's why I
say?
wear a watch when we go on rides.
This I'm always keeping you guys on time.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
shots
Really?
fired!
Yeah.
Shots fired!
Hey, I got proof.
Yeah, once.
What episode was that?
That was
Hangover.
hangover.
That was Hangover.
Hangover or White
That
Line.
was the White Line video.
That was in the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared,
I
you look
was
like you're
ready.
gonna lose your mind.
I was going to lose my mind.
Well, I was ready and waiting for you guys. Like,
Heather moves at a snail's pace all the time.
She does. She does.
And the one time you were like ready before them, you let them have it.
oh yeah, I
yeah.
took out my camera real quick.
Yeah, I'm like doing my eyelashes and post that on YouTube. Like
Right before the trail, she had to just quick curl.
She saw her opportunity. And she took
Yeah.
Right?
the
Because-
one time.
Because normally Jared and Maddie you guys are the ones
Oh,
waiting
always
for
on
Heather.
time.
No, stop. We're not that bad.
Excuse me.
I
you are
I
that
take
bad.
a little
When
longer.
have I started?
a little longer.
A little longer, but we're all on the same page.
Mm.
Anyways, back to my hangover.
Good transition.
The reason why, now I don't even know. They just hated it. They hated the trail.
Oh,
Like,
the last one.
Yeah.
They were
it wasn't-
tired.
Yeah, it was just.
No, but like
Yeah.
this one crazy hangover trail that everyone needs to do. I hyped it up and everything, and they completely. I was
She was bummed.
so
Oh.
bummed because they were so upset. Like,
You wanted to
okay.
share
Well,
it.
hold on.
oh no, you guys are bummed.
They
They,
didn't like-
weren't
It's like-
talking to me, and I'm like, they were
Okay,
quiet.
come on.
Heather, these
And I'm
cookies taste like crap.
No,
No,
and,
it's just- I
and
don't
it's like, shoot, it's their last hour with me before they leave, and they were just super quiet, didn't talk to me, and I'm like, guys, all I gotta say is you had to you had to do it.
So we had done half of the hangover before for a photo shoot,
Yeah,
and
we
so
went
like we had Yeah, and so whatever, we had been there, so we kind of knew what it was like, and so I was like, I don't think I'm gonna really like this.
It wasn't my
She talked
favorite.
to-
There's
It was
like
just
four
eh,
sections
it was
that
what
it
it
was.
was.
It's like the steep, like trembling. The wind is crazy. Like, come on, guys.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
it was crazy. There was 4 sections, but it doesn't over like the
It's just like
the
too
balance
much work.
of too much climbing
Yeah.
over those
Yeah.
4 sections. But that's the adrenaline that we love, and I thought you guys would have enjoyed.
Oh no, it was great. Thank you
Yeah.
for taking us.
You
there.
had to do it once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
The trail that you guys did that looked amazing was Canyon of Fools.
It was
that,
fun.
That looked good. Like
Yes.
hits and jibs on the side, but somebody's derailleur decided to blow up.
Oh my gosh.
that one.
What the
And that was
heck?
crazy. It was like a pebble.
What?
Yeah, we went and reviewed the footage, and the
It was just a
the
little
rock,
rock
kicked up and smoked the derailleur and,
and
took
just-
the wheel out.
Yeah, destroyed
Wow.
my wheel.
Sucked it right in.
Blew up the wheel, blew up the derailleur. The spokes are hanging out. The derailleur's completely off. Like,
Oh my
it
gosh.
was bad.
I was
Yeah.
out front, and I just hear complete carnage behind me, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And Jared's like, "Come on, girl! Like, come
I'm like-
on!" And we're like, "We cannot."
Yeah, I was like,
There's
I was like,
no.
oh, man, this
I
is
was
going to be
like, we
bad.
got to lead a ride tomorrow. Shout out to Stan's, Shimano, and Pivot. They got me back rolling within
Dialed
like
in.
an hour.
That's
so,
amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all
'cause you're
Roger
far
probably.
from
His
home.
Roger's like the connection, just like
Yeah.
helping everybody.
Yeah, it worked out so
Is.
good.
So-
He is. Yeah. In fact, somebody had texted me because Roger hooked him up with some Hellcats,
Ah.
and they were so stoked. They're like, I haven't seen these for Ease in forever, so they were
Yeah.
so happy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Roger. He just got engaged.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. He
Big
looked
Raj.
happy.
Yeah. Oh,
he
yeah.
looked I know. I mean, not to go into him too much,
Yeah.
Nah, let's do it.
but he had been single man for a while, and
Oh,
finally
I
met a
don't
good
know.
woman, or
He's
no?
always had somebody.
Has he really?
Yeah. Oh man. Well, no, he's not always like he's a I feel like he's a ladies,
he a
man.
ladies
You know, all
man?
the ladies love
Was
him.
a ladies man.
Yeah, not anymore. Summer, not
Yeah.
anymore.
Heather, what are you saying?
No, I feel like he's always like the ladies love him. Maybe he didn't go for them or whatever. But yeah, he was single for a while, and
He's a handsome dude.
yeah,
He's a very nice guy.
he's a good guy. Like
Yeah.
deserves a good woman, and yeah, found her.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
amazing.
Yeah, they looked happy. I saw the
Yeah,
glow.
they're awesome.
I went
Yeah.
over there. I was like, ugh.
Yeah,
Oh,
about
you guys.
time.
Yeah, I know. I'm so happy about that. But I do know we are up on the time slot to get over to the YT party. For the
Yeah.
folks that are out here in Bentonville, YT
dang.
party goes from 7 till close. So we
shoot.
are going to be heading on over there. If you guys are out and about, check out YT in Arkansas. It's an amazing facility.
It is.
And for the folks that are out there that want to continue on with these conversations and follow these amazing guests that I have here in the studio right now, please do so. My co-host tonight was Kim Churchill, Miss MTBSheenQueen. Tell them where they can find you out there.
Oh, you just told them.
Yeah.
Just the gram, MTBSheenQueen.
And in closing, as like a strong woman in the mountain bike world, what would you tell a up-and-coming woman who is looking to ride bikes, have fun, fit in, obviously eventually maybe become a rider? You ride for Jamis Bikes. What would you tell a girl coming into the sport?
Very similar to Heather's story. Like, do not listen to those naysayers when those people come out and they're like, "What's your end goal? Like, why are you doing this? What do you expect to get out of this?" Don't like take it the way that you took it, as like a challenge of like, I'm gonna show you. Just like imagine how many women take that and go, oh, and then they back down, and it's like no. Like, find the people that lift you up, find the people that are gonna support you, and just keep going, and shredding.
Love that.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree with that.
MTBSheenQueen.
That's power right
That
there.
is
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
MTBSheenQueen on Instagram. Check her out. She's up and coming, growing, an amazing writer, amazing person. And then going over here to Miss Heather Munive. For you, the closing question is, for somebody who wants to be a content creator, maybe they're in a cubicle somewhere and they ride mountain bikes on the weekend and they want to take a chance and go for it, what would you tell that girl?
I would tell them to take the risk. 9 to 5 jobs are hard, and if that's just something that you're questioning, or if you're not happy at all, just change it. Don't be scared. In life, that job, probably the same job will be there in 30 years. So if it doesn't work out,
Good
you
point.
can always go back. That's what I always thought. Like,
Right.
you know, I made this career. This is always going to be there when
Got
I'm
the
in the
skills.
future.
Mhm.
And I can always go back to it. So I was never, you know, don't be scared. Just go for it. But you can't think too much. I feel like you just have to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, just believe in yourself and you got it.
I love that. I
Yeah,
love
for
that.
sure.
Get back to slanging yachts and planes, baby. Good
Anything
Lord.
is possible if you put your mind to it. If you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. That's why I say, like, if you want to live in a mansion, you believe it, you make it happen. If
Love
not,
it.
it's not going to happen.
Manifest
Love
it.
it.
Yeah, manifest.
it.
Manifest,
Yeah.
yes.
Self-limiting beliefs are within the mind, right?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
100%.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're your
Like,
own
a-
worst enemy and critic.
A
Mhm.
jump, a drop, if you don't believe it, if you don't see yourself conquering it, you're going to fall.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
that's just the reality of it. You have
Right.
to see it.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Some gold nuggets dropping. I love it. Maddie, for you, in close, and let people know where they can follow you if they don't already know.
My name, Heather Munive, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all over.
All the same. Heather
LinkedIn.
Munive,
Yep.
LinkedIn.
Same.
If you want a
Wow.
yacht, LinkedIn.
I don't have a LinkedIn, actually.
Yacht.com.
Yacht.com.
Yeah,
You need a
hit
boat.
me up.
Shout out at your girl. Madison, for you, for the frame mindset of a racer, as a female racer,
Alright.
what would you tell a girl who's like really feels like she wants to sign up for that first race, but really doubts herself and
Ah,
just wants to
yeah.
do it? Like, what would you tell her?
You know, just do it. Like,
Yeah, what would you tell me? I'm too afraid to sign up for races.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Serious?
go.
Yeah.
Why would you be afraid to sign up to a race?
I'm scared.
Oh, they're
The
silly.
competition? Or
Yeah,
The
and
pressure,
like the
maybe?
pressure
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like it's
I mean, the pressure's gonna be there no matter
what.
right?
Yeah.
use
Like,
that as
But the
fuel,
pressure is
right?
Yeah,
self-inflicted,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
no matter. So, like,
Dang, Jarrod.
Dang, Jarrod got
whole-
deep.
whole
Send that
entire
boy a life
life.
jacket.
I've grown up my whole entire life racing, right? Like, mainly BMX. I haven't really raced much mountain bikes, like here and there or whatever. But in BMX, no matter if it was a pro race or a local race, literally racing like 5-year-old girls when I was pro, I would be so nervous, right? But
You
I think,
would be nervous?
Oh my! I would be in the gate, my feet like shaking.
Wow.
in
That's
the
what I
gate.
get. Like
Yeah.
they have,
Yeah. It's,
Okay.
And there comes, as I got older, I have realized that, like, that gives me a little bit of anxiety. But afterwards, like, especially if you do well, right? Like, you're just, like, so proud of yourself for, like, getting through it and just doing it. And ultimately, what does it matter if you get 10th place or first, right?
the
Like,
reward of doing it kind
Yeah.
of overshadows everything
yeah,
once
and
you're
the
done.
entire time that you're doing it, like, it's fun. Like, you're hanging out with friends. Like, you're pumped for your friend if they did well or not. Like, I don't know. It's just it's the same thing as going out and riding your bikes down Coler, except for there might be somebody telling you when exactly to go, right?
Oh,
Like,
okay. And
so-
then how long it took you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it took
One
me
place you came in.
It took
Yeah.
me 16 minutes one time. So, like,
You just convinced me. I'm gonna sign up.
you should.
Nice. In fact, there's a race.
There's a
a
race
race
at
tomorrow.
there's a race tomorrow. No, at
Oh, God.
Horseshoe Bike Park in Ontario.
Okay.
No, it's not Horseshoe. It's over somewhere in Ontario. My friend was telling me to sign
Yeah.
up.
What kind of race?
Enduro,
It's
yeah?
an enduro.
Yeah.
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 And I was
There
like,
you go.
oh, pass. I don't race.
No.
But you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be
there's something
fun.
that makes you want to.
It'll be fun.
You're nervous because you care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my
Yeah.
coaches used to always say.
You know?
I would be like, I am so
True.
nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. And they're like, oh, that's good. That's because you care. And as soon as he would say that every time, like, oh, that's great. Like,
It's a
awesome.
positive thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool,
It would
powerful.
almost like
Yeah.
settle my mind, you know? Also, small world, that cycling coach from college was here today.
He's here.
Yeah.
He's the man.
And-
Shout out to Bentonville
and
Bike Fest doing it.
Small
Yeah.
world, he was buying his son gloves, which were Heather's signature gloves, and I was like,
Ice
no.
cream.
Yeah, I was like,
Shout
these
out.
Shout
are
out.
Heather's signature gloves, and they were like, I have no idea, I just love them, type of thing. So, like, yeah, small world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
cool. Great conversation about that.
Yeah.
So just basically sign up.
Alright.
Just go for it.
All right,
It's
that's
the
gonna-
experience.
Have fun.
I'm gonna
Have
Have
fun.
I'm gonna
fun.
bring in my
Yeah.
40th
Yeah,
birthday.
have fun. Seriously.
Sending it.
If
Yeah.
it's not fun,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
You live once. That literally is a YOLO thing, right? Like, we're all alive to experience all these things,
Mhm.
and that's an experience. So no matter what place you get, you did
Yeah.
it. you have that
Yep.
memory.
And when
that
you are
feeling.
standing on that podium, you'll be pumped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be like,
I'll be
oh,
off to the side.
grab the microphone. Shout out to Madison Pitts, bitches! I did it! Yeah. Maddie, tell the folks where they can follow you to continue on with your journey.
At Madison Pitts. I think that's all of my socials. So
On Instagram,
Yeah.
at Madison Pitts.
Yeah.
And then definitely tune in to Heather Munive's YouTube channel because Maddie is on there quite a bit, and
Yeah.
so is Jarrod.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
And then Jarrod, for you, let's talk about the mountain biker because I know you're super good. In fact, last year my brakes somehow leaked, and I wasn't sure if I glazed them or if they leaked on the airplane or whatever. Jarrod took a look at it for a second. Was like, dude, you got oil on there, and like did this little trick and licked his finger. He's like, yeah, go see my friends over at Shimano. I'm like, you're the man, bro.
Yeah.
So for the people that have bikes, their dream bike. They look at the bike before they go to bed, but they may be afraid to work on it because they don't want to screw it up. What would you tell them to do so that they can actually learn about their bike, tinker with it? What would you tell them?
Well, if you can take it apart, it can go back together most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a good way to look at things. Like
Yeah.
you think of like an engine. People get afraid to take apart engines,
Right.
and it can come apart and go back together. So it's the same thing with a bike, right?
Yeah.
I've been blessed. I've worked at a bike shop, and I have an engineering background, so I nerd out on things like that. But
yeah.
YouTube is a huge database.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I got the new SRAM transmission this year, and one thing that
Sick.
was so cool about it was like you go on YouTube and they tell you exactly how to set it up and exactly how to work on it and things like that. They've done a very good job at documenting all of that, and that goes hand in hand with any component or any bike really. You can get on there. It's a good database. There's people doing it, showing you how to do it the proper way. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's
Check
a lot
out-
easier than you think.
Okay.
check out your local bike shop to see if they have any seminars too, because I know
Yeah,
a lot
there
of
are a
like
lot of bike shops
local
that do it.
bike shops that
God, that's
have,
a good idea.
especially if you're a woman. I know, shout out to Sports Garage Cycling in Boulder, Colorado. They do a lot of workshops for women.
Wow.
So like trail building or like
Mhm.
bike maintenance, a bunch of different things. And so yeah, check out your local shop, see if they have any opportunities or know of anything.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So between the thought process of like if you could take it apart, it'll go back together. Just to simplify that thought to get rid of all the what ifs.
Yeah.
And then move on into find information through YouTube or your local bike shop and
Mhm.
just learn and go.
Yeah. And ask.
Ask. Yeah, it's okay.
99% of the people in the mountain biking world are awesome and willing to help.
Yeah.
Ask them
Yeah.
why and how, and yeah.
Dude, I love that. I feel so much less anxiety about working on my bike, man. That's awesome. And Jarrod, where can people follow you?
Jarod_Adcock on Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, my name on
LinkedIn.
anything else. And
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Yeah, find me
LinkedIn.
on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Anybody want some rock crushers?
Yeah, I crush
Find
rock
him
for a
on-
living. So yeah. Ride the biggest rocks I can find on the weekend and crush the
You
biggest
crush
rocks
it.
I can on the week.
On
So,
the week.
yeah.
That is awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on the show, episode 155. Spy Optic has sponsored the show. Got you guys some good monoliths right now. For the folks watching it on YouTube, those are on sale, 30% off. We are going to look at them. Let's see. Heather Munive got the pink. Oh, Maddie and Heather are matching. Look
Pretty
at
and
that.
pink.
Yo.
Yes.
This will match
There
my
they are.
helmet.
Yeah. Sick. Oh, Jarrod's looks good with that purple
Red.
oil slick.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We're rolling up to the YT like
Yeah.
this.
Yo.
They better
Yeah.
watch out.
Yeah. Someone's walking away with new tattoos.
Yeah.
I heard they're doing tattoos with that.
They are doing
They
tattoos,
are,
right?
yeah.
Oh
They
my
are.
gosh.
Is
no.
it Michaela that's actually doing the tattoos?
Yes.
No. Well, they hired
Or
a
maybe, I don't know.
they hired a professional tattoo
Oh,
artist, but I think they had to get like only the certain amount of images approved.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They do that for like
I've
weddings
always
now.
wanted
It's
a
weird.
tattoo.
Wow.
cool.
Uh-oh.
Do it.
Oh,
But no,
Heather,
no,
keep
I-
her away
Couple
from
more, couple more years.
keep her away from it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't think.
Right.
Don't think, just do.
Just do.
Just build the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
All that talk.
We'll let you all go out there, and we'll continue on the conversation of getting Heather. Will Heather get a tattoo or not? Tune into her YouTube channel and
Yeah.
find
Check
out.
yes
Let's
or
see how
no.
much tequila we have coming in. I'm gonna change it up.
Mom, Dad, I don't drink.
Thank you all so much. This has been episode 155 with an awesome group.
Wow.
We'll see you all soon.
Thank
See ya.
you.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Yeah, heck yeah. And we're clear.